On the line. We got such a positive response. He is communications director for Reclaim New York, one of the leading groups fighting congestion pricing. So Jaden came in. Look at you, man. First of all, you look like a linebacker, in the NFL. Did you play? Did you play football like that?
No. But
where are you from originally? I should know.
Easton, Pennsylvania.
A great town.
Yeah, it is.
Larry Holmes' hometown. Is that right?
Larry Holmes, Crayola.
I'm right down out 78, not too far from me, man.
Yep.
Look at
Weyerbacher's right down the road. The brewery.
It's true.
He's gonna throw a beer. I was gonna throw a beer. And then Terry Blake. Then I get a hit. I get a hit on Facebook, and I go, "Wow, who's this nice person on Facebook?" And I never answer it back. But I said, "This is Reclaim New York." She goes, "Joe, you were great with Jaden." And I said, "Terry, so Terry, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it very much, Terry Blake. And you're part of the Reclaim New York team.
I am.
And great to have you here.
Thank you.
She makes everything happen.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Give us a breakdown on what, first of all, Reclaim New York does, and I love your take on this congestion pricing fiasco. And I can't figure it out. I drive in the city. I don't have time to take mass transit. It doesn't work anyway. They're billing us on congestion pricing, Jaden. And then, so it goes to the MTA. You and I, as regular business people, if you're running a nonprofit, you can't run a business like this. Yet they're trying to run New York like this. Give us your brilliant take on why we should not have congestion pricing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Reclaim New York, we focus on empowering freedom-loving people in New York and letting them know the real story behind state and local policy. So the real story behind this is that it was done in the dead of night. The real story behind this is that it's supposed to be for congestion, right? It's supposed to be for congestion in New York City,
right.
And it's not, right? It's really to steer money to MTA because MTA is corrupt and it's bloated and they can't figure out how to fix it, and no one wants accountability, right? Because the governor says that, he has authority over MTA, the mayor says he has authority over the subways, and yet no one wants accountability for the terrible, terrible service and the crap that comes out of that agency. So why congestion pricing isn't good? Let me tell you something. Congestion pricing isn't good because it's going to drive up the costs for everyone in New York. It's going to drive up the cost for people that live in Manhattan with prices for delivery, and it's going to drive up costs for commuters.
Yep.
And, everyone's getting screwed here, and that's really what this is about.
And middle class, it hurts the middle class. And you know how I know the cab drivers, they're listening as we speak. People who drive, they listen. They put Joe on the radio. We appreciate that so much, and we love you. And it's hard to do it, and they hustle back and forth. They're going to get slammed with this congestion pricing, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they already are, right? So the city already implemented congestion pricing for cabs and for higher vehicles like Lyft and Uber.
Yep.
And now this is going to hit everyone else. This is going to hit everyone else.
And do you think, first of all, how does it work in London? Don't they have congestion pricing in London? Is that, and I mean, that London, I mean, that's really a mess in itself.
Yeah, look, they have congestion pricing in London and Sweden and in Singapore. Those are the three places around the world that they have it. And so it works in different ways in each of those cities. But it's because, London has a centralized controlled authority, and the way their government works, once, Parliament is sovereign, so it can do whatever it wants. So when they implemented congestion pricing in London, they were able to legitimately shut roads, and they were able to prevent people from coming in. But guess what? They had carve-outs. So they had carve-outs in London and Sweden, and it drove down the revenue. And let's be clear, this is all about money.
Yeah.
This is not about congestion.
Yeah.
It drove down revenue, which is now the problem here, because we have carve-outs too. We have the FDR, we have the West Side. So you know what's going to happen? People are going to take those roads, right? Instead of taking all the avenues in 60th, south of 60th, they're going to pile onto the highways, and we're going to have parking lots. And then we're going to have emissions, and then we're going to have more congestion. So our congestion pricing that's supposed to eliminate congestion, aka steer money to MTA, is merely going to create more congestion, make the environment worse for everyone, and, it's not going to generate the revenue that they expect.
Yeah. So how does the governor give himself a raise, man? By the way, I know
at
Andrew
2:45 a.m. That's how. That's how he does that.
Oh my Lord! I got it raised to it's going to be up to $250,000 a year. Not that it's a hard job and you should have it, but really, you're going to tax the people and give yourself a raise. Why? And maybe you could help me out with why do these people keep getting reelected? And they do, and by big margins in New York and New Jersey.
Yeah, because, people don't pay attention. They're not plugged in, and they get apathetic. Because, listen, they don't think the system can change. It is so corrupt. politicians are so self-interested and they have their vested special interests that most people just say, they throw up their hands and say, what the hell? I can't make a difference.
Yeah.
So, maybe I'll vote, maybe I won't vote.
Yeah.
And when election comes around, let's be clear, they remind them of all the things they've done for them, whether they've, fought for a union to raise their wages or they've done some small environmental initiative. They attend all the parades. They kiss all the babies. So when election time comes around, you're like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's great. Bull.
Frankie, you got to book this guy. I love this guy. Jade, you are good, man. Wait, now, how did you get into this? How did you get into Reclaim New York? I just did the insanity of politics.
Yeah. I used to work on Capitol Hill, and listen, that's a mess, right? Washington is a mess, and
Crazy,
someone said, "Hey, you want to take on New York?" And I said, "Look, Washington's a challenge, but New York is a mountain to climb."
Terry, break. What's your title over there at Reclaim New York, Terry?
I'm our director of administration.
Yeah.
So I keep the trains running on time.
Yeah, within there. So
unlike MTA.
Yeah.
Unlike MTA.
Yeah, the other one. But you're a Texas girl, you said, huh?
I am.
Where in Texas?
Yeah. So the Panhandle is home. Amarillo is home.
Yeah, look at you, girl. I don't detect an accent. I don't detect a
I
Texas.
try to knock the corners off of it a little bit up here so that I fit in.
Listen, it comes out every once in a while. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but explain to me this too, and we'll let you guys go. We appreciate you being here. The income tax in Jersey and New York. It's insane. It's so, at a percentage now that makes no sense at all. Texas is the size of a country.
We don't have that.
The gross national product of Texas is immense. They don't have a state income tax.
No.
Yet they function. Why can they do it there and not here, do you think, Terry?
Well, I think we have just a legacy of government that is better run. We have had better fiscal policy for generations, and I think that we benefit from that now.
Yeah, it's just a mindset, I guess, then that we just accept it like that. Jersey, we're getting slammed.
Texas voters would never allow for that.
Hello. Yeah, that's more common sense down there.
Well, we love our government here in New York. That's the problem. We love our government because we think it does things for us. But that's the thing. We think. It doesn't actually.
I know.
It doesn't actually. It says it does. But then it screws you left and right.
And the middle class are being left behind, man.
Absolutely left behind.
So where can we find Reclaim New York? Where can we find you, Jaden, so we could help out what you guys are doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find Reclaim New York at reclaimnynow.org.
Okay.
And you can go there and you can find all out about congestion pricing and what we're doing.
Can you do a petition? Now we'll go break. Alan, I know we got a break. Can you do a petition or something to stop this? Is that
Look, we're already doing a petition.
Okay.
And that's the thing. We're doing a petition, and we're driving calls and emails to Senate Leader Cousins, Andrew Stewart Cousins, and to Governor Cuomo. But we know this. We know that congestion pricing passed. But it doesn't mean it's always going to be here to stay.
Yeah.
Once people start feeling the impact, which they delayed it until after the next election.
Yeah.
Because, again, our cynical politicians know that we're going to hold them accountable.
Check out Reclaim New York. Jadan Horyn. Jaden, God bless you, brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joe.
Terry, thanks for coming in. Thanks for all the
pleasure.
great work. You guys are welcome here absolutely anytime. Debbie Duhame is trying to get you through traffic right now.